navigating schools, IEPs, and services. Well, this is a big one. I have a lot of sub stories for these. Navigating schools first. Don't just trust a teacher. You know what I mean? Um, it's hard because where I'm at now with my kids, like I believe in their teachers and everything, and they're very good communication. But to start, it was very hard. Just an incident where like my son and daughter were at this one elementary, and they got transferred to this other elementary because they were putting in a autism class, so they would both go there in another city, which obviously made it harder on me, but I was like sucking it up as a parent. I was just like, if it's for the betterment of the kids, like I want to make the sacrifice. So did that, but then I would just notice as a parent, the teacher, every time I was greeted by the teacher, it was always some kind of concern about my son, and concern about my daughter's behavior, even though she had a behavioral list already. And um, they didn't invest in my son and daughter. And I could tell because they were more worried about getting sufficient snacks for the kids than updating me on what progress they've made, or this is where they need to learn and stuff like that. And even I'm going to talk about IEPs in a minute. On There was no IEP notes on my kids, and that meant that they were being neglected in class, not documented, any like positive, negatives, whatever things to work on. And um, I didn't find that out until after, and I already had it in works. The next IEP, I got them. What I didn't think that I was able to do is what I was able to do, and I actually got the class that they were transferred for. I got it transferred back to the previous school because there's only one class of this provided per district, and it was moved back to the previous school where I was more comfortable with my kids, and they got transferred back because I complained and voiced my opinion, um, and my concerns, obviously. So schools, like, parents, trust your own instincts, and if you have a weird feeling about something, know that that feeling is valid. But okay, so IEPs. I've never really had a problem with IEPs, but if you have a special needs children, you definitely need to have one of these. And um, it's just a individual education plan, and um, it just kind of gauges where your child is. You have one yearly for your child, and I think these are definitely a strength of the education plan. And these are where you fight for resources. You try to talk to the teachers, see what they could provide or what they think direction your child is going in. And bottom line, I think they're good and very needed. Um, and as far as services, I just I don't know if I wasn't aware or if these resources and services like regional centers and stuff like that were just so lackadaisical to when I was going after the resources, but everything took so long. And the only reason I got resources, and this is my advice to you parents out there, is that you just need to always voice your opinion. If you feel someone's slacking, you have to voice your concerns. And that's what I did. But I got resources like, my my autistic son, he is still in diapers. So I got the diaper program from these resources, and what else did I get? And they offer you respite for parents that need a break, and someone could come in for a couple hours and just let you go grocery shopping or stuff like that. And I just got that after trying for like 4 years, and that goes along with ABA therapy that I got just recently got from my autistic son. I was trying for ABA therapy for like 4 years, and I wasn't getting anywhere closer. Stuff with like paperwork was timing out, and then I'd have to start over. And they're just not very vocal on like what you have to do. So it's it's very hard. And you just like as me, I just would get pissed off all the time because I'm like, the system is failing my child, and like you guys don't care. Like only I do, and my son obviously cares as the person that it's affecting. And sometimes it's just hard, and resources, you gotta keep on getting it. You gotta keep on trying, keep on trying, keep on trying. Even at the regional centers, their turnover rate with your workers are like so frequent. That was a problem I had where I couldn't get anything to move forward. So you just gotta be persistent, and the resources that you need, never be afraid to push the envelope on it. And they're hard to get, but they are very much worth it.